several misconceptions surrounding this coin. One common myth is that it's extremely rare, which isn't entirely true. The coin's production was halted during World War II due to the war effort. Another challenge collectors face is distinguishing between the 1943 penny and its variations. In reality, the 1943 penny was minted in large quantities, but its composition is what sets it apart. Unlike other pennies, it's made of zinc-coated steel, giving it a silver appearance. This unique characteristic was a result of metal shortages during World War II. The U.S. government decided to use steel for 1 year, producing over 1 billion coins. Despite its seemingly high production numbers, the 1943 penny remains highly sought after by collectors. The historical context of the 1943 penny is fascinating. In 1943, the U.S. Mint was under pressure to produce coins for the war effort. As a result, the Mint produced pennies using steel, which was an unconventional material for coins at the time. This experiment was short-lived, and the Mint returned to using copper in 1944. Recent discoveries have shed new light on the mystery of the 1943 penny. Surprisingly, some 1943 pennies were mistakenly minted in copper, making them extremely rare and valuable. These copper pennies are a result of human error during the production process. The copper 1943 pennies are extremely valuable, with one selling for over $1 million at auction. These rare coins have sparked intense interest among collectors and historians alike. In summary, the 1943 penny mystery revolves around its unique composition and rarity. The coin's history, production, and surprising variations have captivated collectors for decades. If you have any thoughts on a 1943 penny, I'd love to hear them in the comments. If you're interested in learning more about rare coins, be sure to check out my other video on the 1900 Morgan dollar. It's another fascinating story. I try to find and showcase the rare 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial Cent BU uncirculated 1C coin. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial Cent BU uncirculated 1C coin, a tribute to one of America's greatest presidents. The 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial Cent is a highly sought-after coin, but many collectors struggle to understand its significance and value amidst a sea of other collectibles. This coin was minted to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, making it a unique addition to any collection. Its value lies not only in its metal composition, but also in its historical significance. As a result, collectors often find themselves wondering what sets this coin apart from others. The coin's design is a major factor in its appeal. The obverse features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse showcases a depiction of his birthplace. This design element adds an extra layer of history to the coin, making it a must-have for collectors. The production process of the 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial Cent was meticulous, ensuring that each coin met the highest standards of quality. The coin was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, with the Philadelphia Mint producing the largest quantity. The historical context of the coin's release also plays a significant role in its value. The coin was released in 2009, a year that marked a significant milestone in American history. The coin's release was a celebration of Lincoln's legacy, and it has since become a prized possession among collectors. We'll take a closer look at what makes this coin unique and why it's highly sought after. The big reveal is the coin's impressive market value and what collectors look for when assessing its condition and rarity. The value of the 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial Cent BU uncirculated 1C coin can range from a few dollars to several $100s, depending on its condition and grade. When evaluating the coin's condition, collectors look for factors such as its luster, strike, and overall appearance. The coin's rarity also plays a significant role in its value, with coins in good condition and with a low mintage being highly prized. In summary, the 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial Cent is more than just a penny. It's a piece of history that holds great value for collectors. If you enjoy learning about this coin, be sure to check out our other videos on coin collecting and let us know your thoughts in the comments. Welcome to Quarter Dollar YouTube channel, the place where ordinary coins turn into extraordinary treasures. Today, You're about to uncover $5 that could literally shock you right out of your seat. And no, I'm not exaggerating. Some of these coins, hiding unnoticed in your collection, in a forgotten drawer, or even right now in your pocket change, could be worth over $300,000. Yes, you heard that right. That's not a typo. You don't need to be a millionaire to own one. In fact, you might already have it. And the best part? You wouldn't even know until today. We're diving deep into rare designs, mysterious mint errors, and jaw-dropping stories that tie American history right into the palm of your hand. And trust me, every single coin you're about to discover hides a secret, a surprise, a twist that could leave you absolutely speechless. Now, let's rewind time for a moment. Picture this. The U.S. economy was under pressure, silver prices were skyrocketing, and the U.S. Mint had to make a bold, overnight decision. They stopped making quarters out of 90% silver and switched to a copper-nickel clad composition. In simple words, silver was gone. Officially. But here's where fate played its little trick. Not all 1965 quarters followed the rules. Some were struck, accidentally, or perhaps deliberately, on leftover 1964 silver blanks. Can you imagine? Coins made in 1965 that should have been copper-nickel, but were secretly struck on precious silver planchets mint for the previous year. These silver 1965 quarters are beyond rare. They're mythical. And if you, by sheer luck, have one sitting in your pocket, your collection, or your grandma's coin jar, you might be unknowingly holding a tiny piece of treasure worth up to $350,000. Let that settle in for a second. You could be holding a coin that looks absolutely ordinary. A simple 1965 quarter you've tossed around 100 times. But in reality, it's rarer than gold, rarer than platinum, a relic of American minting history that shouldn't exist, but does. Now, take a good look at this coin right here. The date is clear, 1965. The classic proud profile of George Washington stands tall on the obverse, with liberty arched across the top, and "I in God we trust" delicately etched near the jawline. Even though this one has made its rounds, you can still see those strong details in the hair, the cheek, and the neckline. Proof that it's been on a journey, but still has its story to tell. But now, here's where things turn from interesting to downright thrilling. Collectors check 1965 quarters very carefully for one thing. Weight. A regular clad quarter weighs 5.67 grams. But if you place your coin on a precise jewelry scale, and it reads somewhere around 6.25 grams, congratulations. You just hit the jackpot. It's that simple and that electrifying. The fascinating part? These silver 1965 quarters have no visible difference to the naked eye. You can't tell by just glancing at them, but a trained eye, a quick drop test, or a weight check reveals the truth. That unmistakable, ringing silver sound when it hits the table. That slight extra heft when you feel in your hand. And in those few seconds, your ordinary quarter transforms into a historic, high-value rarity. And guess what? Only a tiny handful have ever been authenticated. One of them was auctioned by Heritage Auctions and fetched an astonishing $360,000 in near-uncirculated condition. That's enough to buy a brand new luxury home. And even circulated coins, like the one we're examining, have sold for $20,000 to $45,000, depending on demand and the bidder's hunger for rare American silver. Now, here's what sends chills down my spine. Most Americans never even check. These priceless errors slipped through the cracks during one of the most turbulent transitions in U.S. coinage history, and they're still out there, hidden in drawers, lying forgotten in jars, sitting silently in everyday collections, maybe even yours, right now. So here's what you absolutely need to do. If you got a 1965 quarter, grab a jewelry scale. Place it gently on the scale. If it reads closer to 6.25 grams, don't spend it. Don't trade it. Don't even breathe on it. Get it professionally authenticated immediately.